lancar ngomong saja ya. Walaupun ada dari Filipina, dari Thailand, tidak apa-apa. Orang di Instagram juga kalian cuma kirim-kirim foto aja bisa komunikasi kan? Kirim tanda senyum, kirim tanda nangis kan itu nggak pakai words kan? Tapi bisa. Nah begitu juga nanti dengan Dr. Albert dan Dr. Adisa, free aja, ngomong aja. Nggak bisa nanti moderatornya akan terjemahkan. Ya, semangat ya mengikuti perkuliahan ini. Dan kita dari ATL Trisakti akan terus mendatangkan partner-partner kita untuk memberikan update-update terkini tentang ilmu yang adik-adik pelajari. Jadi selamat mengikuti Executive Logistic Talk. Dan sekali lagi, thank you so much my friend, Dr. Adisak and Dr. Albert. Oke, thank you so much. Tepuk tangan buat kita semua.
Thank you, Dr. Juliata. Now we're going to move on to the main session. But first of all, I would like to introduce for the first speaker of our Executive Logistics Talk, Dr. Albert Tan, Associate Professor, Academic Program Director, Online Master in Business Administration. His expertise in supply chain management, operation management, digital transformation, warehouse design and operation, and also system dynamic modeling. His research interests in system dynamic modeling, warehouse optimization, process improvement, digital transformation, and also blockchain design and development. He received a PhD in operation management, Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, and Master in Business Studies in National University of Ireland, and also he achieved Bachelor in Information Technology, University of Southern Queensland. Yep. Without further ado, I would like to let Dr. Albert Tan to give the first presentation. He will talk about the implementation in logistic implementation of blockchain in logistic and supply chain. If we Google his name, we will have a plethora of his research, especially one of the most cited of his research is talking about the implementation of blockchains in halal logistics. So it's very, very interesting. So please, Dr. Albert Tan. Give applause to Dr. Albert Tan. Okay, take care.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Nice to see everybody. And the last time I came, there was a big group of students. I hope I don't see the same group because you would have been retained in the school for more than 4 years now. Yeah. So, so what I would like to do is to share with you some of the things that is happening in blockchain. And one of my area in blockchain is to focus on how can we make use of blockchain to provide traceability in our product and services. Okay. I think it's too near. Okay. So I've written quite a number of articles on blockchain, and yeah, is it too near? Okay, can. Yeah. Can you hear better now? Yeah, good. So one of the paper that I will show you is how can we use blockchain in halal implementation of halal traceability. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that the food that we eat is compliant to halal requirement. So blockchain become a very good applications. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is that there is a call for paper for those of you who are interested to publish your paper on blockchain. It's a special issue from the MDPI. Those who are familiar with publication, MDPI is quite a good one. Oh, something is yeah, something is missing here. It's a wire, right? Yeah. So MDI is a very good journal. The only trouble is that the journal will require you to pay a publication charge, right? So that's the only limitation. But you can get it done in 2 months. You will get your paper published. Yeah. And this journal, which is under MDPI, is called System. And the rate is very high. The people who are looking at this open access platform is very high, right? Many people download paper from there, so you can actually use them to do your publication. But it has to be blockchain related kind of papers on blockchain. Okay. 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 Right. So this will be available until 29th of February 2024. And I'm one of the guest editor. So we are two of us, Dr. Ferlande and myself. We will review your paper, and then we will submit the paper to a reviewer to give comments to improve on the paper. And we can assure you that you will get your paper published in 2 months if it is able to fit the requirement. It's just that you need to make sure that you or your school can, I will try to negotiate for a discount of 50% for the publication. Okay. So try your best, right? This is a good journal. It is a tier 2 or tier 3 journal, but it's still very good. Okay. And the area that you can look into, the topics are blockchain on supply chain, smart contracts in logistic. So those who are familiar with blockchain, you will know what is called smart contract, because one of the features of blockchain is to monitor, you can set rules and conditions in the blockchain. And whenever you want to submit information into the blockchain, they will verify your rules and regulations. And then if you comply, then they will do some action to that. Okay, so that will be your smart contract. And then the inventory management using blockchain, Internet of Things with blockchain. You see, the problem is that blockchain only
store information. It does not capture information, right? You need to connect with an IoT so that the IoT will capture the information and push the information into the blockchain. So these two work very close one another. Then we have blockchain financing, because blockchain is very powerful for finance industry. So today, even in Indonesia, there's a topic that not many people are doing. It's called supply chain financing. How many of you have heard about the word supply chain financing before? Oh, none of you. Yeah. So what it does is that I'm a supplier and I do not have a lot of money, but my customer want to buy a lot of product from me. So I need to borrow money from the bank to make the product for my customer, but I don't have money. So supply chain financing is I sell my purchase order from my customer to the bank or to an investor, or I sell my invoice to an investor. Okay. So instead of borrowing money from the bank, I actually sell my PO or my invoice to an investor. Then we have case study on blockchain and also some other things. So I strongly encourage any of you who are already doing some research in blockchain to consider this publication. Right? You can work with your professor here or your supervisor here to work on this piece of paper. Okay. All right. And then you can just submit them. Okay. So that will be an information for you, for those who want to publish your paper in blockchain. Now I want to share with you my, okay, here is here. Oh, how come it got sound some more? Okay, good. I don't know why my partner have included some sound here. Okay, so what I want to do is to talk about first of all, the challenges in the food supply chain. Especially during COVID-19, you find that some country already stopped supplying food. US stopped buying soya. The China stopped buying soya milk from US, and the US stopped buying things from China. So there are a lot of disruption in the supply chain. Then we will look at a project on the food chain in Philippines and how we can use blockchain, AI, and IoT to ensure the food safety and visibility, and then look at the cost and analysis. The problem with today F&B industry, food and beverage, is that there are a lot of counterfeits, right? The food, they actually mix with some other cheaper food and then they sell it as the same brand, so they will be able to get some money out of it, right? And then there's inefficiency in the supply chain. I give you one example. Banana from India. The banana, they send it by rail to the port. By the time they reach the port, before they export out, about 60% of the banana are already rotten, right? Because they never use cold chain. So the bananas, when they export from the farm to the port in India, 60% of them are already thrown away. Only 40% are able to get exported. Okay, so there are a lot of wastages. A lot of wastages. And then also customer engagement, right? Almost nothing. you don't really engage your customer in the whole entire supply chain. You don't know who is who. And then also cybersecurity issues. So these are some of the issues in the F&B industry. So one of the things that we want to do in Philippines is to look at food chain. Food chain is a company that they already implemented some blockchain solution, and they will collect information along the way from the farm to the kitchen, so that when you are at the kitchen, you discover that maybe the food is not fresh, or maybe even the food is not halal. You can trace all the way to the farm. Okay, that's the whole idea. Okay, so this particular project is really looking at tracking and tracing all the way from harvest to product transformation to all the way to the customer kitchen, so that they understand that the food is safe, hygienic, and in your case, it is also comply to a halal requirement. So those are the things blockchain can do a good job for you. That's why we call the word providence of the food supply chain. Providence means the ability to track and understand how the food is being along the supply chain. Okay, so when we talk about providence, the first thing is it provides an audit trail of the transaction from the farmers to the food processing company all the way to the consumer. And it must be transparent. That means nobody can cheat the system, right? Yeah, they must be able to submit all their laboratory certificate from the farm to the processing all the way to the final destination and visible. Okay, so all documentations has to be submitted and transparent, and they will collect any data, and that will help us to analyze the farm, the farming method. I give you one example. I was working in Malaysia, and there was a chicken farm, and the chicken farm, every batch of chicken, they want to know what is the average weight of the chicken before they slaughter, and what is the mean max weight of the chicken. These are very important for McDonald's, because McDonald's in Malaysia has a contract with this chicken farm that their drumstick has to be of a certain size and certain weight. Anything after too heavy or too light, they will reject that chicken. McDonald's is very strict on standardization. So they have to be very careful and make sure that they keep to that kind of standard deviation for the chicken wing. Okay. And the last thing is to enforce contractual requirement using smart contract. So blockchain has a special feature that you can incorporate some of the rules and regulations when you are dealing with your suppliers or your customer. And that is really something that we can talk about later on. Okay. So this is an example of the Malaysia halal food supply chain. It's quite similar to Indonesia. Just that the halal authority in Malaysia, which is called, I can't remember the name. Let me just check. JICIM, yeah, JICIM. JICIM is much more strict than I think so, than the one in Indonesia. So at every stage, they must comply to certain things, right? So, for example, when you are transporting halal food in a truck, you cannot mix with non-halal food in the same truck. Otherwise, that food is considered haram. So the whole entire supply chain, they actually ensure that everything is compliant to halal requirement by JICAM. Okay, so to do that, you see so much work that they need to submit in order to during the farming, during the transportation, during the storage. So they also cannot store halal food with non-halal food. It's also a requirement. Okay. And then when processing, they also make sure that for example, like the chicken, before they slaughter, they actually have people who will, before slaughtering, they'll pray and do some things so that they are compliant to halal requirement. I was there at the factory, right? Very strict. It's not everything by machine. Somewhere in the middle, before they slaughter that chicken, there are some human person who will pray and do something before they slaughter the chicken. And then further there, right? And then the catering and all that. Okay, so this is a simple version of the problem is that everybody working in silo in Malaysia, right? So I'm the importer, I work on my own, and then the animal, the plant, the farmer on their own, and then the exporter on their own, so they don't really share information. So most of the information are kept in silo, right? Each one have their own information. And we see this is an opportunity for blockchain. So blockchain can come and keep all the information from the farm to the kitchen, right? So that's where I want to introduce blockchain. How can blockchain help in the providence of supply chain, food supply chain? So we use the word farms to fork. You know fork, right? The spoon and fork. So this is a very important concept for food supply chain. And we will start from the farm, right? It can be a farmer, a fish farm, animal farm, or anything. And then they are shipped to the food processor who will do the slaughtering, processing. And then they will ship to a manufacturer who will do the canned food, canning, packaging, and then they will ship to the retailer and then sell it to the consumer. So we want to trace information from the farm all the way to the kitchen, so that if you have any doubt about the food, you are able to trace all the way to the farm. Okay. So in order to do that, the blockchain is the most suitable technology that I would recommend for this kind of application. First, at the farm, the certificate of origin, whether it's a chicken or it's a fish or whatever, the COO, the batch number will be the first record in the blockchain. You can see here. So they will be the first record in the blockchain. Then after that, when they are in the warehouse, then you would have more things that you can add on to the blockchain. The second record, like the HS code, the barcode, everything you can add on to the blockchain, second records in the blockchain. Okay. Then the third record here is you go to the factory, you slaughter the animal, and then the fishes, and then you create a new COO for that country, and then the batch number. All right. Now, below is your smart contract. So how does the smart contract work now? The smart contract will now look at whether the thing has been processed according to the supplier requirement, has been met, then what they do is the smart contract try to confirm whether the supplier, raw material, everything is okay. Then the smart contract will activate to pay the supplier automatically. Okay, within 30 days. So this is the function of a smart contract in blockchain. It set the rules that when the supplier fulfill all the requirement at number 3, stage 3, based on the data collected, the smart contract will then activate the account payable to pay the supplier. Right? Instead of having an administrator to do the work, the smart contract do it automatically for you, right, within the system. So that's the nice thing about smart contract. And then they move on to do the shipping, right? So when you're shipping, you have order number, you have delivery order numbers. So all are kept inside the blockchain, add on, and then until this part here, where it is stored inside the warehouse. Now, again, the smart contract will check whether everything is in the order. And once order is okay, then they will pay the food processor now. The first payment is to the farmer. The second payment is to the food processing plant who convert the food, the raw food into finished goods. Okay. Then once okay, then they move on to the retailer. So the retailer again, they will check everything okay, then they will pay the distributor. So again, the smart contract can be used to match the PO with the delivery orders. And once they match, the smart contract will activate the payment. So just to illustrate the point that the blockchain not only collect data, but they also do some automatic administration work. Okay, so it's very, very easy to use now. And before the smart contract, everything is quite silo, right? The producer talk to the exporter, importer talk to the processor then go into the wholesaler. Everything is one-to-one. But with blockchain, everybody is informed of their activities. The information is centralized as well as decentralized at the same time. Blockchain will centralize all the information in their chain, but at the same time, it will share the information with all the actors in the supply chain. Right? Everybody is informed. Now, a simple way to understand about blockchain is, I think everybody use WhatsApp, right? You use WhatsApp. When you create a WhatsApp group, and when you say anything, when you send any message in the WhatsApp group, everybody can see, right? This is what blockchain is all about. When someone activate or when someone store information in the blockchain, everybody in the blockchain can see. So that's the whole idea about blockchain. It is totally transparent, right? Everybody can see. Okay. So any new records that is added, everybody can see if they are connected to this blockchain. So it's totally transparent. And another thing is that you cannot go and delete any record in the blockchain. So everything that you updated there will stay there forever, right? There is no way that you can say, oh, this record, the COO is wrong, so I want to amend. No, you cannot. So this is also a weakness in blockchain. You cannot edit the record. But in logistics, we know sometimes when we do the weight of a product, we may get the wrong weight number, right? we must be able to go and change. But in blockchain, you have to do other way, right? You cannot go and original record and change them. So this is again a strength of blockchain, means that you cannot make any amendment, but also is a weakness in blockchain because sometimes we make mistake, we enter the wrong numbers, but it can be fixed. Now, another thing that I mentioned is that blockchain does not capture information. So we need to work very closely with IoT. Okay, so we can see the IoT here. You all can see? Yeah. So this is an IoT device attached to a chicken. So the IoT will collect information about the chicken. Where does he always eat the food? And where and how often how many steps he walk every day, and so many things, and all these things that are being captured are stored in the blockchain, and the blockchain will provide the information data to the AI to study which is the best way to grow the chicken, you know. So now we use the three technology together. First, we use IoT to capture information about the chicken behavior and then store in the blockchain, and then use AI to learn about the pattern, which pattern is the best for the chicken. I don't know, you hear about something that happened in KFC in China. In most chicken, they are slaughtered after 40 days. But in KFC, in the chicken farm in China, only take 25 days. Do you know why? Only 25 days. So what happened is the chicken farm, they have a wire gauze on top, just slightly above the head, and is charged with electricity. So the chicken, when they finish eating, their head go up and they touch the electric, they got a shock. So they will come down and eat more. So you eat within 25 days, you become the same weight rather than 40 days. So that is against not the human right, animal rights, right? Yeah, it was a very bad example. Yeah. Is against the animal rights, but that the animal cannot represent to fight against the court, against KFC, huh? Yeah. Yeah. So the chicken, every time when the head come up, get shocked by the wire gauze, and it come down again and eat. So instead of 40 days to slaughter, they only take 25 days to slaughter. Okay. So just remember, blockchain itself cannot do everything. You need to capture using AI, using IoT, and then use the information from the blockchain to do more optimizations. So this is our proposed architecture for the blockchain. All right, so IoT capturing information, this is the SaaS is software as a service. That means you provide it on the cloud, and also PaaS. And then from there, we have our smart contract. And then the informations are then provided to the consumer. All right. So that's the architecture of our proposed food supply chain using blockchain, IoT, and then from there, the consumer can check anytime whether the food is safe or halal and so on. Okay. So in the summary, the blockchain will combine full interpretability for transparent access of information. So basically, it will provide cloud platform. Right, you can access it anywhere. Mobile apps and IoT integration. That means all the animals are tracked using IoT. And then they can also integrate to the ERP because we need the delivery order from SAP, Oracle, or Microsoft ERP. So they can capture the information from the ERP into the blockchain. Okay, so this is a more schematic example of how we do that. All right. So yeah, the raw food from the farm, food processor that will convert the food, the raw food into canned food and all that, and then the retailer. So these are the three main actors or stakeholders in this example. Okay. So you can see on the right hand side, these are the user for the blockchain: farmer, the abattoir, which is the one that slaughter the animal, and then the food processor, and the merchant who will buy and sell the food, and then the logistic provider who will be the one who provide the transportation and warehousing. And then on this side, you notice that there is a religious authority like Jaikim. In Indonesia, you have your own authority as well, right? So every country, you will have your own authority, and also the certification authority that will authorize the use of internet for transmission and all that. Then the laboratory, where you conduct tests on your animals, on your food. The certificate are also providing this information to the blockchain. And then those IoT sensors. So these are the input. On the left side are all the input. Right, these are all the input going into the blockchain. And then on the right side are the user. Okay. So let me move on to the, so what is so good about this? What are the big potential benefit that you can get from using this kind of blockchain? So the first benefit is that you will improve the quality control. So now all the lab certificates are all submitted to the blockchain. So at any one time, we will be able to trace the food quality, right? Second, it will protect. In case someone complains that your food is not hygienic or prepared in a non-hygienic way, straight away you can use the blockchain to trace where the food come from, what batch. I don't know, you know, many years ago in Malaysia, someone complained that one of the chocolate factory are producing chocolate that are non-halal and selling it under the halal logo. And then the government went to investigate. The sales of the chocolate went down by 30% overnight because someone complained that the chocolate is non-halal. So they actually spent about 1 month to investigate and confirm that the chocolate is halal. But then they already lost 30% of the market share. 30% of market share, you know, just because someone complained that the chocolate is haram. But with the blockchain, within 24 hours, they will know whether their chocolate is compliant or not. You see my point? Yeah. Okay. And then traceability and transparency. As and when you want, you can use your QR code, check the QR code and check all the way whether it come from the right source. And this one actually help us to confirm product authenticity, whether you are buying from the original manufacturer or it is a fake product. So another thing about blockchain is that I can determine straight away from the QR code, I know whether the food is coming from the original manufacturer or is coming from someone else, fake. Other benefits, fully accessible, and then establish relationship with the supply chain. And here the second point means that if you are the religious authority, when you have change in policy, you straight away implement inside this blockchain, right? Any change in policy can be implemented straight away, right? That is the beauty about this. You don't have to inform all the retailer, farmer, everything. It can be implemented straight away in the blockchain. So the information is transparent. Now, this one here just show you some of the implementation framework on how long it takes to do preliminary study, blockchain trial, implementation, and all that, right? So the idea is that you should be able to do the blockchain within 9 months. Right, 9 months, you can implement a full blockchain. Okay, it's not very long. Huh? Okay, any questions? So for this one, two of us, beside myself, I also have a partner who specializes on blockchain programming coding. So he was the one who drove out the architecture, right? So he's quite well versed. Right, so any questions? Anyone have any questions on this? Yeah. So this is my partner. I can send you this set of slides and then you all can read more, and hopefully you all can also come up with a paper on the use of blockchain in your area, right? So blockchain has been around. And just before I pass on to the next speaker, there is a paper that you can try and download. I'm not sure whether it's... Yeah. So this paper was written by me and two other colleagues of mine. It's called Applying Blockchain for Halal Food Traceability. And this paper was published about 2-3 years ago, very new. You can use that. It has more detail of what I presented just now on the implementation as well. Hopefully one day, maybe Indonesia can start building on this platform to trace their food. Now, one of the things that I noticed is that this can be used to look at for Indonesia supplier who want to export their halal food overseas to Saudi, to Middle East and all that. This platform is actually very useful because now we trace the origin from here, right? All your farmers and all that are from Indonesia. We trace and then we export to Saudi Arabia and all that. So that is also another platform. Any other question before I hand over? Yes. You want to go any extra mic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Albertan. Disclaimer before I'm starting, my English is not really good, so please be understand. First of all, I'm really impressed and really appreciate about your research in halal food supply chain. But the thing that I was curious about it, what thing that you make a research about halal food supply chain, and what thing that have you encouraged the about the supply chains, and especially for the halal food? May I repeat again?
Yeah, maybe you can.
So, what thing that encourage you to making a research about the halal food supply chain?
Okay. What is the motivation to look into using blockchain for halal supply chain. Because when I was researching on halal supply chain, I wasn't thinking about blockchain, but there was a lot of issue with the way the implementation of halal supply chain in Malaysia when I was there. Because it's very manual. The farmer do their own thing, and then the food processor do their own thing and all that, and information are not shared. That's why when I look at it, then I say, why not we apply some technology? And that's why we look at blockchain as the most suitable technology that will connect every player in the supply chain, from the farmer to the retailer. So blockchain become the most suitable technology. Before that, there was no technology that can do that. But now with blockchain, it works very well. Okay. Hope it answer your question. So the motivation is that before blockchain, there was no technology that can trace from the farm to the retailer, the full traceability of the halal supply chain. Now with blockchain, you can do that. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good question. Yeah. Any more? Yes.
Okay, my name is Ernie. Based on your research or on your industry experience, maybe, how long does it take to build the system to make sure the implemented blockchain in logistics or supply chain?
Okay.
Yeah.
How long? Okay. There are two things here, how long and how much.
Yeah.
These are two important information that people always ask. Generally, it takes not more than 6 months. You can do it in 6 months to implement blockchain. It's very simple one. It's really easy to implement the blockchain. The difficult thing is what data do you want to collect in the blockchain? That is more challenging. Okay. The second thing is the cost to do a blockchain is about the basic one is about 100,000 US dollar. It's not really a lot, but it's good enough for a simple application like a halal supply chain. So we're not looking at millions of dollars. We are looking at simply about 100,000. Yeah. And blockchain, you can use a few programming. One is from Ethereum. Ethereum is a blockchain solution, right? You can use Ethereum to do the programming. But and another one that is very popular is Hyper. I can't remember. It's from IBM. So there are two platforms for blockchain that people use: Ethereum and I can't remember the name of the second one. It's from IBM. Yeah. So it's about 100,000, 6 months minimum. You can get it done. Okay, good. Last question before I go. Yes.
Okay. Based on your explanation, Mr. Tan, one of the disadvantage of implemented these blockchains is when you make a mistake, you cannot edit.
Yes.
And based on the case that already happened in this industry, what do you suggest to overcome that problem?
So one suggestion, which I also do some research work on this, is to use the accounting double entry. So let's say first time you add 100 kilogram, but actually it's only 90 kilogram. So what you do is to add a new transaction of minus 10 kilogram. So then the amount is now only 90. So you use the accounting double entry method, something like that, right? So first you enter 100. Second, you know it's not 100 but 90, right? So you add an additional transaction minus 10. So then the net amount is 90. So that was based on my research. A lot of people are suggesting that way, because sometimes you also enter the wrong number. So you offset with using a minus sign to do that. Or if it is 100, but actually it's 110, then you will add 10 in the next transaction. So it's now 110. Yeah. So we use the accounting method so that if you look at the accounting GL, you cannot go and remove a ledger, right? Any ledger, right? So you have to do offsetting, same idea in accounting. So that will address all your problem. Okay, thank you. I think I saw another hand here. No more? Oh yeah, there's one more lady there.
Yes, sure. Thank you for your presentation. It was very interesting. I have a question to ask. Could blockchains ensure transparency in the halal food supply chain, allowing consumers to trace the origin of product and verify their adherence to Islamic dietary law?
What's the last part of the question?
Consumer to trace the origin of product and verify their adherence to Islamic dietary law.
Oh.
More lower. All right.
Slower, yeah, maybe you take out your mask is better, yeah.
I'm sorry. Could blockchains ensure transparency in the halal food supply chain, allowing consumers to trace the origin of product and verify their adherence to Islamic dietary law?
Oh yes. That's what the strength of a blockchain, because the Islamic or the religious authority will be monitoring and actually adding the rules and regulation under the smart contract. Right. So if the smart contract detected that you are putting halal and non-halal food in the same truck, that batch of food will be considered non-halal now. Right. So they can do that. So now you put all the regulatory or Islamic policy inside the smart contract, and then when they detect there is a conflict during the processing, they will reject this batch because it's non-compliant to the halal requirement. Can be done, right? So that's why it is very powerful, and it makes a lot of sense to use blockchain for this purpose. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions before I hand over? No. Okay, very good. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to your paper. If you can submit the paper, right? It's good. That paper the journal is a good journal. All right. Thank you very much. And I will see you again next time. Next year, same time, huh? Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Albertan, for your presentation. Many things need to be highlighted, especially about the combination of blockchain, IoT, and also the AI. Now we proceed to the second presentation. Before Dr. Adisak Sufitavat prepare his presentation, I would like to introduce a little bit about him. He's an associate professor, School of Management Technology in Suranare University of Technology in Thailand. He got his doctor in business administration in Asian Institute of Technology, and his area of research includes strategic management, service operation management, supply chain management, production and logistic management, entrepreneurship, innovation management. His topic will be quite different from the first one. He will talk about what is CH. He will explain it later. So without further ado, please, Doctor, to explain.
Okay, thank you. Actually, the first time I think I will deliver what is the CX. CX is the customer experience. But after the organizer of the conference decided that they would like to know how the blockchain application. When you seeing the presentation from Albert, that one the blockchains on the theory, right? On the theory, how about the blockchain? What is the blockchains? But in terms of our logistic management, we need to consider on the application as well. Application is mean how we use it or what the business that using the blockchain, right? Because when we are graduated from here, when we finish from here, we need to use the theory or the knowledge for the application or for using it. This is the important thing. And today I will talk about the blockchain application by using the Toyota, the car producer, for the example for you today. And I hope you will get the idea of Toyota using the blockchain for their business, not only for the production, they also for the business. Why I choosing the Toyota? In Thailand, we have the car production, many car production in Thailand. Toyota, we consider them as the second biggest manufacturing in the world of Toyota. It's based in Thailand, right? We using the Toyota now. The well-known model is the Fortuner. A lot of Fortuner in Jakarta, right? Particularly on the back counter, generally is come from Thailand, right? They are produced in Thailand. Why Thailand is famous for the car production? The first one is infrastructure. In Thailand, we have the good infrastructure. Based on the statistic this year, Thailand is the nine country that have the infrastructure in the world. Therefore, the roads infrastructure, the train infrastructure, the ship infrastructure, we have the excellent infrastructure. Therefore, the car manufacturing, they try to produce in Thailand. And today I will talk about the blockchain logistics for supply chain sustainability and excellent business management performance. I don't talk in the meaning of blockchain since I already understand that. Maybe all of you already learned that one. I would like to move to the using blockchain in the supply chain management. Why they are using blockchain in the supply chain management? Normally, when we talk about the blockchain, we know only the cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency is mean only in the finance sector. For the logistics sector, we doesn't know much. We doesn't understand much. But now in logistics sector, they are using more in blockchain. Look like when you would like to withdraw the money from the ATM. In Thailand, if you withdraw the money with ATM in another province, for the example, if you have the bank account in Jakarta, if you would like to withdraw the money in Bandung or in Medan, you need to pay the fee, right? The service fee. I don't know how many in rupee, but 20 baht or something, or $1 for the service fee. But now the finance sector in Thailand, they are using the blockchain. I am having my bank account in Bangkok. When I traveling to Chiang Mai, the far north, if I would like to withdraw the money from the ATM in Chiang Mai province, in the past, I need to pay the service fee, but now I don't want to pay. The bank cannot get my service fee because all of the bank in Thailand now they are using the blockchain. Blockchain it means you can withdraw the money anywhere in Thailand without to pay the service fee. This is the blockchain in the financial service. How about the blockchain in our supply chain management? First of all, I would like you to understand on the chain of supply chain, right? You're learning. It's starting from you are planning raw material, you are sourcing raw material, you are producing in the work in process, you deliver the inventory, the product to the customer, finally to the end customer. The supply chain management, they're starting from the upstream, right, to the downstream. The blockchain now can using from the upstream to the downstream. For the example, I have the raw material and the manufacturing would like to produce it. In the past, you don't know what is the raw material, how much raw material that you have. When the manufacturing starting, finally they need to shut down, temporarily shut down because short of the raw material. For the good example, this water bottle. If we talk about the raw material of this water bottle, the first one is the cap, right? The cap, right? The second one is the plastic bottle, right? The third one may be the label, right? The blue label. The last one may be the water. You can imagine that only this water bottle, right? Bottle, they have at least 4 raw material. In the past, if the production starting, manufacturing starting, they would like to produce 100, for the example, bottle. But finally, they found that they have the stock, the inventory of the cap, only 80. They cannot produce 100, right? Because short of the stock, the cap, right? But if you are using the blockchain, when you are starting the production, you will know how many the cap that you have, because the blockchain, they have many chain, right? And in each chain, they can share the information together. Therefore, when the manufacturing plant, they would like to starting 100, but after they find that, oh, only 80 cap they have. Therefore, they change their manufacturing plan to 80. Or if they need 100, they need to order the cap 20 more. This is the what we call the benefits of the blockchain in the logistic management from the downstream to upstream. And another thing that maybe Dr. Albert already touched about this point is the transparency and traceability. Transparency is mean everybody will know each other. Everybody will know each other. Traceability is mean you will know how much you have. Right? How much you have. Sorry, the weather here is very cold for me. Okay, I will go to the case since we have the 11, right? We need to finish. I will use the case of Toyota. Why Toyota is interested in the blockchain? Very important question, right? For us. Toyota is using the blockchain to get its self-driving car on the road sooner. It's been already testing in some market. In Thailand, Toyota have the laboratory. Laboratory for the car production is mean they have the what we call the simulation, the small road, the small simulation that I used to visit them, right? Laboratory in Toyota, it doesn't mean in the laboratory test the chemical. No, Toyota they have the big area for testing. And for the self-driving car, what does it mean self-driving car? no driver, no driver, right? Now Toyota, they're testing the car without the driver. Oh, how it can happen? Even in our Jakarta, have the driver is always crash together, right? Without the driver, oh, how it can make it happen? You are already crazy? No, Toyota not crazy. Toyota, they use the blockchain technology to produce the self-driving car. And what is the benefits of the self-driving car or driverless car in the blockchain? They will decrease the insurance cost for the driver and the new carpooling solution. What does this mean, decrease the insurance cost? Actually, when we pay the insurance premium, right, they will charge us almost the same, the flat rate. If you drive less, they also charge you more. If you drive more, they also charge you the same rate as the person who drive less. It's unfair for the driver, for the car owner. But if you're using the blockchain, you will know this driver drive how many kilo per year. This driver drives how many kilo per year. Therefore, when you pay the premium, it's different, right? The driver who drive much, you need to pay much. The driver who drive less, you need to pay less. The question is how the insurance company know. They have the blockchain. They have the blockchain in the car. Therefore, they know that how many kilometers this car drive per year. They charge the premium differently. This is the first one. The second one is the new carpooling solution. What does this mean new carpooling solution? Look like today. If you want to have the car, you need to buy the car, right? If you don't buy the car, you don't have the car to drive. But in the future, you not necessarily to buy the car. You use the carpooling. By using the blockchain, maybe you can search from your mobile phone. Where is the nearest car? It will show the location. Then you drive that car by pay the money for the application from the application or whatever. Then you drive the car to, for the example, drive the car to from Jakarta, from East Jakarta to West Jakarta. And you reach the destination, you left the car there. You don't worry about the car. Then the next customer, they will looking for the car. And they found that, oh, in West Jakarta, they have this car near my home. They will drive this car back to another destination. This already happened. It's already happened. The people not necessarily to buy the car, but they're using we call carpooling. It's also in the taxi in the future. Maybe you don't use the application to call taxi. You just find out where is the taxi nearest you. Then take that car to another location. Then another one will take that car back to another location. We call carpooling. The benefit is you will save the money, right? You will save the money. You can see that how much of rupee per car now? More than 2 million, 3 million, right? 100 million something. Wow, very expensive. And how we can buy the car? Now, if they are using the blockchain, everybody can drive the car without buying the car. And this is the reason why Toyota, they are interesting in the blockchain for their car business. And another thing is the safety, efficiency, and convenience, right? Look like in the port, Singapore port that I know. Now some truck, they don't have the driver. They use the blockchain without the driver. And it's easily for them to manage because it will reach the time at the target. And also the safety, right? Without the driver, everything controlled by the blockchain system. It's already happened in the Singapore port that they already tested. Toyota also, they are interesting on that one. They also, I know that they already have the model, right? Therefore, the second one of blockchain for the driver is the convenience and safety. Without the driver, right, is safety, right? And another thing that it increase the transparency to reduce the fraud, past granting them access to the driving data to matching the saving habit. In this morning, I saw from the my hotel, I looking down to the road, right? I saw some person, right, try to block the car and get the money. The person who in the uniform, right? It's always happen in any country in the world, right? The person in the uniform try to catch up the car driver with some law or something. But if you have the blockchain system, this problem will disappear because the records will show how you drive the car, right? Therefore, you try to concern about the safety when you're driving, right? And if you drive in the dangerous habit, it will show, it will record in the system as well. Therefore, if you are using the blockchain in the car driving, right, it will record your habit. Then the officer will tell you that this habit is very dangerous. You need to change it. Something. This is another thing that Toyota wrote it in the statement. They try to work on that one. And another thing that the MIT Media Lab, which the location that Toyota, they are testing the blockchain. They are the initiative. What does it mean, initiative? The person who are starting first, we call initiative. The first one. To use the blockchain technology to control the car data. Very important in the future, right? And this one, I talk about the blockchain revolution. Blockchain revolution is mean the new way to record and store, keep the data transparent, right? And the information will ring together in the future. Therefore, I think it's very important for us. Even you are driving the motorcycle, they will know that you comply with the law or not under the record, right? I think it's safety and it's benefits for the driver in the future. And for the Toyota blockchain, right? They show the system to extend far beyond the finance and cryptocurrency. Look, like I said, when we talk about the blockchain, everybody thinking about the Binance, thinking about the Bitcoin, right? The cryptocurrency. Maybe some of you have some, right? But still lost, like look like myself. I still lost in the Binance and also in the another crypto. But Toyota, they are using, you can see the picture that the customer, the service, and the various things. It means for Toyota themselves, they in the future not the car producer. Toyota will become to service provider. Wow, Adisak, why are you say like that? Toyota is still a car. No, in the future when they are launching the blockchain technology, they will be the service provider. They will move from the car producer to the service provider because now they are using many service for the car. I show you for the example, multimodal transportation. You would like go to the Thailand for the example. You wake up, you moving from your house to the airport, Jakarta airport. You using the carpooling, right? Carpooling. You don't drive your car, right? You use the carpooling. And when you use the carpooling, when you arrive the Jakarta airport, Not necessarily for you to looking for the car parking, right? You drop the car there. Then you take the airplane, right? You take the airplane, then you arrive the Don Mueang Airport in Bangkok. You use the carpooling again, right? Is this the service that Toyota will give to you? This picture show you on the Toyota mission, Toyota vision that I told you that Toyota not becoming to the car producer alone. In the future, Toyota will go to another service. You can see that Toyota, they have Denso, Toyota, they have many name, right? And then they have another industry partner, the mobility service company, the retailer, the dealer, supplier, blockchain. Everything will increase to the Toyota. Then Toyota, they will become to the service provider, not only the car producer. This picture, this is the evidence for me to show to you. Okay, I will go to the last topic for my presentation today. How will the blockchain impact our logistics in the future? As we know, the blockchain is important. Our field is logistics, right? You are studying logistics and transportation. How two things, blockchain and transportation logistics, important in the future? The first one, blockchain has the potential to increase the efficiency and transparency in warehouse, in delivery, in payment, and to the customer. This is the blockchain in our logistics. For the example, in the end consumer or end customer, you going to the convenience store. You would like to buy Coca-Cola Zero, Coke Zero. If you want to buy Coke Zero in the convenience store, if they don't use the blockchain, sometimes you can get it, right? It's have in the convenience store, but sometimes you cannot get it, right? Because it's out of stock. It means it don't have the Coca-Cola Zero. But if they use the blockchain, when the stock get out, right? If they don't have the stock, it will show that in this branch convenience store don't have Coca-Cola Zero. They will refill it again. This is the blockchain in the logistics in the future. And benefit, the first one is that it improves the supply chain efficiency, right? Supply chain efficiency, because in the blockchain, every people collaborate together, right? Look, like I said, the raw material, the production, the transportation, the warehouse, they collaborate together. They know each other. The second one, increase the transparency, right? Particularly on the raw material and the sourcing. What is the transparency? Transparency is mean everybody know, right? Look like I am get the underground table is not transparency, right? Only myself know. But if you have the blockchain, everybody know each other. They are the transparency. Look like the raw material of the drinking water that I told you. Another thing is reduce the cost reduction, because when we use the blockchain, the network already linked together. Therefore, the information they can share together, and you cannot change the information. Right? Everybody have they call decentralization. Decentralization is mean the power to everybody. Another word is they call centralization. Centralization is mean the power or the authority only in myself, in me, right? For the example, if you would like to withdraw the money, I need to sign it. We call centralization. But decentralization, it means if you would like to withdraw the money, everybody agree, know how much to withdraw. This is the decentralization. This is the blockchain. Therefore, they reduce the cost. No more paper to work, right? If you would like to withdraw the money, you need to fulfill the paper, for the example. It's already the cost. But you can withdraw the money without any paper. It reduce the cost. And another thing is the connected to other technology, right? Look like Professor Albert said that you cannot use blockchain alone. You need the AI, you need the IoT, right? To connect it together. Therefore, this blockchain now, when it connected together, it can improve the new technology. It can improve the new technology. Okay, I think that's all for my presentation today, right? I think it will be on time, 11. And do you have the question? Oh, very good. The first one. Okay.
Okay, greetings to Mr. Adisak. I have two questions. The first is why Toyota companies choose Thailand to create the driver's lab? And the second is, and how far the Thai government regulation and policies support the integration of driverless car technology? Thank you.
Okay, for the first question, why Toyota they are choosing the car driverless in Thailand? Because if we're looking for the market size of the car, right? Thailand, look like I said, Toyota is the second biggest car producer in the world of Toyota is based in Thailand. Therefore, when they're starting from the big market size first. Therefore, the priority is the market size. And the second question is, how about the Thai policy, Thai government policy to support the driverless car? Yes, they are totally supporting the blockchain technology. Not only the driverless car. Now, if you're reading the news in the Thai politics or Thai political now, they are getting the problem on the Thai government would like to give the money to the Thai people by using the blockchain, by using the cryptocurrency, about 10,000 baht per person. But the problem is now why the question is using the cryptocurrency. Why don't using the cash? I don't talk about the detail, but I just would like to give you the idea that Thai government totally supported on the blockchain technology. Okay, I think it's clear for you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Another question? Okay, the lady.
Thank you. I wanna ask, what if the internet goes down at any time and the data cannot be saved? How do I to solve it?
Wow, really smart question. Is the chance to happen is in the million, in the million, but it's happened. The first one, if the internet disruption, right? How you solve the problem or the data safe, right? The first one is I show you the good example in Thailand. Every month the salary will come out as the 30 or 31, right? Of each month, right? The salary will payroll, the payment will pay at the 30 or 31. Now, as I said, in Thailand, the bank, the financials, they are using the blockchain. Every bank, you can withdraw the money. 1 month, it about 4 or 5 years ago, it happened in the 30 of some month, I don't know, but the people cannot withdraw the money. Within the 5 minutes, they can solve the problem because they know one branch of Thai Farmer Bank, they have the mistake to record something. Then the system across the country broken down. Only 5 minutes, they can solve the problem, right? You can imagine that without the blockchain, this problem maybe take more than one day or 2 days, right? Because they don't know where it's happened. But because the blockchain is decentralization, therefore they know where the problem happen. Right? This is it can happen, but it can solve the problem very fast. Another thing is about the data, right? Data. I'm not sure the privacy data or not. Yeah, the privacy data. The privacy data actually, I cannot say with blockchain and without blockchain, our privacy data safe or not. I don't know. I don't know. Because every time the call center calls to me, right? Therefore, I know my privacy data already leaking. Yeah, already leaking. Sometimes I withdraw the money from the bank. Sooner I receive the call center, not the good person to call me, right? Therefore, the privacy data are very important. But now I think many bank, for the example, they have you need to identify yourself, right? When you withdraw the money. This is the privacy data saving, right? I think I answer your question or not. Please confirm. Okay, thank you. Okay. Are you hungry? Okay, if you are hungry, I thank you very much for your today attention. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Adisak, for your presentation about the implementing of blockchains in Toyota. And also, he gave us many things that are really important related to the blockchains. Many like reducing cost, improvement, efficiency, and also improvement technology. I also forgot to mention that I have 6 vouchers for the at the end of the session. I will give for the audience who give the question to the speakers. I have 6 vouchers. And then finally, as we conclude this session, I want to express my gratitude or our gratitude to Dr. Albert and also Dr. Adisak. And also a special thank you to our engaged audience, both offline and online, for your thoughtful question and also participation. On behalf of Crosslog Committee, thank you for being part of this intellectually stimulating session. We look forward to seeing you at future events. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And also we will have a photo session. And
Para audiensnya bisa untuk maju ke depan.
Adik-adik boleh di samping, di bawah, di atas boleh di depan. Di belakang boleh. Adik-adik boleh di belakang juga yang
Audiensnya sedikit merapat ke tengah ya. Merapat. Iya.
IT tolong ditampilkan tadi layar yang ada 2 pembicara.
Sini agak ke belakang. Agak ke belakang.
Sini aja, sorry. Sini aja jalan. Lu sini aja. Kayak begini. Ini biar.
Agak ke belakang dikit ya.
Ya, nggak boleh sini, Kak.
Sana. Lu kan kelihatan ya? Gue nggak kelihatan.
Gak enak tuh ngalahin orang.
Gaya bebas. Ayo, gaya bebas.
Oke,
boleh. Ini juga boleh.
Ah, udah kelihatan apa? Oh iya.
nama kan alay banget. Lewat.
Udah.
Tuh.
Baru belum tutup secara resmi.
Perhatian bagi yang tadi mengajukan pertanyaan, tolong mendekat ke depan.
Terima kasih.
Ya. Iya.
Satu, dua.
Silakan yang tadi mengajukan pertanyaan untuk mendapatkan voucher,